Uh, hmm. What does it mean to be happy? To be genuinely happy. What is happiness? For the sake of convenience, let's use two words here. Let's use happiness and let's use peace. Okay? And I'm only using them because you could just use them interchangeably. I'm using them just for convenience's sake. Let's think of happiness. Let's think of happiness as getting what you want. And let's think of peace as consistent feeling of well-being. And again, you could think of happiness as consistent feeling of well-being, but for the convenience of this video, to demonstrate to you different states of being, different states of consciousness and mind, let's think of happiness as you get what you want. So, I am craving ice cream. Must get ice cream. Let's go to the store. You make the perfect ice cream with vanilla and chocolate and strawberry and Oreo, that Oreo ice cream. Yummy, yummy. That's good stuff. Sit down. It's like a hot afternoon and you eat it and you're with a friend and your friend's eating the ice cream and oh boy, what an experience. I am happy like a kid, right? Of course, half an hour later, you want something else. So you're no longer happy. So your happiness was essentially dependent on the meeting of your desire, which is really just your taste buds. You just want to flex your taste buds, I suppose, experience that muscle, and experience that ice cream and experience the pleasurable sensations that arise and then fall after because the desire have been met and you've realized that you're not fulfilled. So let's think of that as happiness. And then let's think of peace as a state, a consistent and persistent state of well-being. You feel well. You feel well in the day, you feel well at night, you feel well if you ate the ice cream, you feel well if you didn't eat the ice cream. You feel well if your desire has been met, you feel well if your desire has not been met. That's peace. That's being at peace moment to moment. That's well-being. So let's think of peace and happiness as those two qualities, okay? Pretty quickly, you realize that anything you do to obtain happiness isn't going to do it. It just is. It isn't going to do it, folks. It just isn't going to do it. You realize that by being contemplative and reflective enough on your experiences. So you could try this experiment next time. If you want ice cream or anything else, go to the store, buy the ice cream, buy your favorite chocolate, buy your favorite meal, whatever it is. Just go and buy it. But keep either a journal with you or your phone. You could use your phone as a journal mechanism. And just observe yourself. So go to the store and sit down and order your favorite meal and go on your journal or on your phone and be like, I am feeling really excited right now. Just report what's going on. I am feeling really happy or really excited. Oh, this is going to be really good. I'm really looking forward for this. And record that down and wait for your meal. And when your meal comes, be grateful for the meal. Be grateful for the experience. Be grateful for the whole thing. And sit down and, eat your meal. And when the meal's over, thank the lady or the guy that served it, and really be graceful. Then sit down and go on your journal and write down, I am happy, I feel good, I feel amazing, this was amazing, da 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 da, right? And go on about your day. Now, somewhere in the next hour to 2 hours, if I know what's gonna happen, because I know that's my experience and that seems to be the human tendency, an hour or two along the way, you're gonna be like, I want something else. So record that down, and it may happen right away. A lot of times it just happens right away, like 10 minutes later. You feel like your taste buds have been exercised now, they've been stimulated, so now you want something else. So maybe you ate ice cream and now you're like, oh, I'd love me some salty almonds or something. So you write that down, be like, okay, now I want something salty. Now, and pretty quickly you realize, I'm like, hold on, am I ever going to be fulfilled here? Because the minute you open up the gate and you stimulate your taste buds, pretty soon you'll realize you want to stimulate them in all the ways. The more complex the taste was, the more you want to stimulate the taste buds in other way. Happened to me today. I had a really delicious soup, very light, light soup, but tasted really good. Very light, just vegetables in it, and like it's pretty easy. Like it's very very much like peace in my gut. Like it's just vegetables, and it's like very little salt. It's got more of like the taste of the actual vegetables. Very very delicious. But it happened to me, same thing. I did this experiment and I recorded it, and 10 minutes later I was like, I want something sweet now. And I wrote it down, and I'm like, oh, hold on. This is never going to fulfill me. Food, therefore, is never going to fulfill me. It just brings me temporary happiness. So I realized that, and instead of going to get something sweet, I just drank my lemon water, which, by the way, or lime water, which is a great appetite controller, really. I drank like a bunch of it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want something sweet anymore. This is good. But you realize, you do this experiment enough, and you observe yourself enough, and you're like, man, nothing is gonna bring me happiness as long as it's coming from my five senses. It isn't gonna do it. When you do this experiment, companionship, people. Here we go. We want friends. We want partners. We want somebody to make love to. All right. So then observe. I mean, a lot of you guys have had somebody in the past, somebody's, right? All right. So, well, okay, let's sit down here. Did they make you happy? Are you happy right now? Did they make you happy? Like, what's going on here? And you quickly realize that also other people will make you happy. Not friends, not partners, they won't. In fact, a lot of times they make you less happy. How so? Because you enjoy your time with the person so much, because the person might be vibrating high, or you might have really clicked with them and connected with them. And then you become dependent on that person for energy. Because every time you're in their presence, you feel energized, and you become dependent on that person for energy. So you're less happy, actually, in the long run. That's what's funny. Just like with food, actually, you're less happy in the long run because it eventually runs down your metabolism, and then you face something called early death. Most human beings die early because of their addiction to the food substance, to the food drug. So actually, these things in the long run, actually, they make you less happy, less peaceful. It's like when you eat, you agitate your body. Your body's in a state of agitation now. Your organs are like, all right, we gotta do work. State of agitation, not state of peace. So actually, it disturbs the peace. Any food you eat disturbs the peace. And it turns out even people disturb your peace in the long run. Unless you're fully fulfilled from the inside. And that's what we're after here now. The quality of peace. Now, I have a little formula for peace. It's called peace equals contentment plus simplicity plus service. That's peace. It's about contentment. It's about simplicity. It's about service. That's peace. That's persistent and consistent state of well-being. Doesn't mean you don't have any more desires. Doesn't mean you don't want to eat, or you don't want, or you're not gonna be. You're suddenly gonna disappear from the from people's presence, because you're like, well, I'm peaceful as is. Like, why bring people in, right? It simply means you don't care if you have friends or you don't have friends. If you're in the company of others or you're not in the company of others. If you eat or if you don't eat. It's like 2 days ago, I was feeling really peaceful, and I go to get bananas, and then I go around town. Nobody has the bananas that I like. Nobody has ripe bananas. They have this other kind of bananas, which I compared to the one that I like, I didn't get, but I was feeling so peaceful. I didn't give a shit. No bananas. All right. No bananas. All right. Day is still perfect as is. Compared to other days where I was basically hunting for bananas, but they didn't have them, and my day was ruined because of it. Why? Because I was low on energy. I was lacking energy. I wasn't feeling peaceful inside, and I wanted this thing, this grudge. I wanted this thing that's gonna bring me short-term happiness, and so that ruined my day that I couldn't get it. Versus a couple of days ago, I really didn't give a shit. Really didn't give a shit. Genuinely, I was like, all right, no bananas. So what? I just wanted to entertain myself with the bananas, but they weren't there, so it's okay. I'm feeling peaceful here, so it's not a problem. As opposed to yesterday, see how things change so quickly. I went on a binge yesterday because I wasn't feeling peaceful inside. So, and all these things at the end of the night left me feeling like shit. Actually, it brought me very little happiness, even within that day that I wasn't feeling peaceful. You see? So then I have to reflect on these things, because inner peace turns out to be the highest thing you could hope for in this life, in this dimension. Inner peace, contentment, being happy for the simplicity of things, the simple things, like the sun, like the sunlight. Oh, just being in the sun. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing. Laying in the sun. Beautiful. Absolutely simple. Simple. Sun's always there. If you live in the tropics, it's always there. Every day. As long as I'm aware of how beautiful of an experience that is, I'm content. I'm happy. Genuinely happy now. This is, see, they're interchangeable, but I just used it for convenience. I used happiness for short term, and then I used peace for the longer term consistent. But really, I'm happy. Sunshine. Oh, baby. Laying in the sun. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Having a quiet place. What a beautiful thing. Oh, God. I've been sleeping so good lately. Ever since I came back from Nepal and the chaos of Nepal, I've been so appreciating having a nice bungalow in nature. Quiet nights. Beautiful sleep. Simple, simple, very simple life. Very simple. Very simple. The simple things, Contentment is often in a contentment of the simple things that you have. Like sunshine and quiet place to sleep in. Waking up and hearing birds sing. Oh, God, did I enjoy that this morning. Oh, my God. Very enjoyable. So simplicity. The lime water. My God, have I been enjoying it lately. The lime, got it right here. See this? Oh man, I drank a bunch of it this morning, and I was like, I don't want nothing. I ended up having the soup, and I actually had the soup because I wanted to record down. I wanted to, all right, like what's happening here? I enjoyed it. I thanked the lady. Then 10 minutes later, I wanted something sweet, and I just recorded it down. I wanted to just I wanted to experience this because I wanted the soup, right? But at the same time, I had just drank lemon water, and I wasn't too concerned about having the soup or not. But I said, let's go have it. I want to record. I want to see what happens after. I want to see, am I more fulfilled? Am I happier? It turns out I wasn't more fulfilled. I wasn't happier at all. In fact, now my mind started to go to work. What do you want to go get some dates? We go get dates right now? Some sweet after? A little bit, that bit of salty, earthy taste. Have some sweet after, you know? It's like my mind got going versus with the simplicity of the lemon water, the lime water before, which is just fantastic. You know? They didn't make me any happier. In fact, I started to get less happy. Why? Because my mind began to get to be active. What do you want? You want something else? Let's go get something else. How about pineapple juice right now? How about something sweet? Right? I just struck down more lime water and thanked God for it. It tastes so good. Simple, simple. Not a strong taste, but a very pleasant taste. Very simple. Very simple. Very good. Very alkalizing. My body loves lime water. All right, let's be grateful for that. Simple things, right? Contentment and simplicity go hand in hand. Usually, to be content, you have to appreciate the simple, small things in life. The basic things, really. Sunshine is basic. Quietude is basic. You know, it's only we've profaned our human experience by building cities and loud noises and all that, and electrical cages. But really, quietude is actually just it's a foundational, simple thing in nature. Quietness and silence and just quietness, you know, overall. Harmony, because you're still there, birds are singing, and there's still sounds, but it's harmonious sounds. Harmony is actually the way of things. So just appreciation and contentment for harmony. Appreciating beautiful things like mountains, having a place where there's mountains around me. You know, really, really, I mean, really, that's peace, contentment. Health, contentment for health. The more content I am, the more I practice this deliberately. Music, oh God, music. Oh man, I love music. Just being content for music, just for having music in my life. Yeah, I got up this morning and I danced. I was so happy just to listen to music. That's peace, simplicity, and contentment. Then there's service. If you're a wanderer, you came here to serve. You won't really be peaceful unless you serve. My work of service is via these videos. I don't really feel peaceful unless I make videos. Because that's what many of us are here to do, is to serve the mission, to serve others, service to others. If I don't make the videos, I'm not peaceful. Even if I practice contentment, I know I'm making videos. I have to make videos to be peaceful. I'm serving others. I've done my work. All right, I'm peaceful. Kind of like if you don't exercise, your body gets agitated and then you become anxious because your body wants to move. Just the innate natural harmony of the body, the Tao of the body. Everyone has a Tao, and that Tao often involves service to others. If I don't make these videos, I get agitated inside. My mind starts to play this ping pong game because I start to think about things I want to talk about that I should be talking about in the video, but it just ends up getting, you know, stuck in my head playing this ping pong game. So that's peace, service to others. That's that consistent and persistent state of well-being. You see? That goes beyond immediate, instant happiness. which often actually makes you in the long run less happy, ironically. Ironically, it makes you less happy. And then in that state of abundance, what's the abundance? The abundance is the abundance of energy, because you are pure energy, really. Then you go beyond food, beyond people, beyond human, into your Godhead, into the Godhead. God does not need anything. God is perfect. So as long as you're primarily identified as a human, humans are social creatures, so you'll always be looking for companionship. Humans have been eating now for thousands of years, so you're going to act on your programming of eating, leading yourself to an early graveyard. You're going to continuously chase and chase and chase if you're primarily identified as a human. And there's no contentment there. There's no lasting happiness and peace. There's only that instant gratification, that instant moment-to-moment happiness, which in the long run actually takes away from your happiness, gives you disease, early death, and heartbreaks. Your heart will be broken because you will be depending on people for happiness, and you'll realize I cannot be happy. No one will make me happy, because you begin to depend on other people for joy. Your happiness becomes associated with your partner, having a partner. How many people are in that predicament? If I don't have a partner, if I'm not making love, or I'm being made love to, my life is not complete. Funny thing, you begin to experience this peace. You know what? I talked in the previous video, I got involved with a woman recently. And it's funny because the more I practice and feel this inner peace, like for me, food, for example, it's just becoming more and more unnecessary. I'm like, why? When I can just get energy from the sun, when I could just get energy from the earth. It's just becoming unnecessary at this point. It's becoming more and more unnecessary. Now I'm starting to think of a partner also as it's becoming more and more unnecessary. Because you bring in somebody and you have to work with their mind, body, spirit complex, right? So it's like, why even? And I kind of understand when these yogis go into the mountains and the caves and they experience their own ecstasy and bliss, and we look at them like, what, you guys are crazy, there's like sex here and food and all these things, and they laugh at us, man. They laugh at us. Because they realize that actually, most of the human concerns, such as food and companionship and all that, is unnecessary, right? You just cut to the chase. You say, all right, well, it's in me. Peace, joy, ecstasy, everlasting peace, contentment is in me. Of course, you often see that at some point these yogis who go off to the mountains and the caves come back to serve, such as Jesus, for example. Jesus goes to the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, experiences this inner contentment and inner peace, realizes he needs nothing, no one, no food, no companionship. But there's that final part of the equation, that peace equation, remember? Contentment plus simplicity, which really are just one thing. So let's say contentment, which comes from simplicity, plus what? Service. Because then you realize, hold on, I'm actually here to serve. I'm actually here to serve. There's a butterfly here that's basically affirming everything that is being said. Just flying right around me here. Oh, that's the ET fam. Saying what up. So, the other part of the equation is service. Jesus didn't just hang out in the desert all his life. He came back. I gotta serve here to remain in a state of peace. I must come here and do what I'm here to do, which is service, really. Ramana Maharshi, same thing. Goes into that mountain, that holy mountain. Total peace, and then he begins to serve. People come to see him, and thousands of people come to see him. And he's just serving. All of them, usually. Anybody who finds that inner contentment ends up serving. Ends up dedicating their life for service, because you realize, okay, I am inner peace. And to actually maintain that state of peace, I'm here to serve, because if I don't serve, I'm going to get agitated, because I'm here to serve primarily, ultimately, only. We're not here to have fun, folks. Some of us are, but most of us are not. This isn't a vacation spot. Okay, but you can actually experience very much bliss and joy and ecstasy, and it can start to feel like vacation. Actually, that's what's funny about it. But it won't be vacation without service. There are other realms you can go to where you can experience vacation without having the intention to serve, because there's nobody to serve, because these realms are just so full of joy and ecstasy. There's like nothing for you to do to serve, because everybody feels that same thing. So there's nobody to serve in a way. So you just can go experience vacation and bliss and peace without. But here, it's again, the equation is a twofold. It's a two-part equation. It's peace equals contentment plus service. You see? So yeah. Thank you to all the patrons for your support. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you'd like to join the family, uh, it's a low entry barrier. It's $2 a month. So the link is in the description. You could also make one-time donations via PayPal if you feel a calling for it. And I can't believe we have 28 Patreons right now. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Thank you guys. And what else? Oh yeah, Instagram, Saeed Mobayed. If you want to talk about anything, I'm there. And until next time, may the force be with you.